Hare Krishna. So after answering Arjuna's question on what are the symptoms of a person who has transcended the three modes of material nature, Krishna spoke one verse answering the second question also. That is, what is the behavior? How does that person behave who has transcended the three modes of material nature? Now Krishna continues the same theme, explaining the behavior of the person who has transcended the three modes of material nature in Shloka number 24 and 25. Sama dukkha sukha swastha samaloštashma kanchana tulya priya priyo dhiras tulya nindatma samstutihi manapamanayo's tulyas tulyo mitrari pakshayaho sarvarambha parityagi gunatitah sauchyate. So what is the behavior of the person who has transcended the three modes of material nature? Gunatitah sauchyate. First, sama dukkha sukha swastha. First, swastha, he is situated in self. Second, sama dukkha sukha, he is equal. He is equal in both happiness and distress. He is alike. Sama loshta ashma kanchana, he looks upon loshta, that is the lump of earth, ashma, stone, and kanchan, that is gold, with equal vision. He does not differentiate. Tulya priya apriya, and when it comes to desirable and undesirable things, he is equal towards both. Dhiraha, he is steady. Tulya nindatma samstutihi, he is equal. He is equipoised. In what? In stuti, that is when he is praised, and ninda, when he is blamed. And then mana apamanayoho tulyaha, and when it comes to honor, that is manah, and when it comes to dishonor, that is apmana, he is tulya. He is again same, equipoised, he is equal. Tulyaha mitra ari pakshayaho, again when it comes to mitra and ari, that is friends and so-called enemies, he is equal to both of them. Sarvarambha parityagi, and one of the important quality, who has renounced all material activities. Such a person, it is said, such a person, sa uchyate gunatitah, such a person is beyond the three modes of material nature. So this is the behavior of the person who is there in a very transcendental state, who has surpassed the three modes of material nature. Here it is said, the materially situated person is affected by so-called honor and dishonor offered to the body, but the transcendental situated person is not affected by such false honor and dishonor. He performs his duty in Krishna consciousness and does not mind whether a man honors or dishonors him. So this is a very instructive point and self-introspective as well. Now when someone is honoring us, dishonoring us, whom is he honoring and dishonoring? Soul? No, he cannot see the soul. Then what is he seeing? He is seeing the body. So he is honoring the body and dishonoring the body. His body is temporary, his honor and his dishonor, that is also temporary. Then why? Why pay attention to that? This is the mood. This is the mood of a person who is on a very high level of transcendence. So he doesn't pay obeys. He doesn't pay any attention to that. He doesn't take it seriously. And he keeps continuing to execute his services in Krishna consciousness. So when it comes to honor and dishonor, if someone takes it seriously, then his services will be hindered. So the person just ignores. How does it really matter? Because anyways my body is temporary, it will not remain for long. This honor and dishonor is much more temporary than my body. So he just ignores. And then he accepts things that are favorable for his duty in Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, he has no necessity of anything material, either a stone or gold. He takes, so this is again a point that is to be noted, that whatever is favorable he'll accept for service of Krishna. It doesn't matter. Is it a lump of earth, or is it stone, or is it kanchan, that is gold? It doesn't matter for him. His only goal is, how can I serve Krishna better with everything that I have? So with that mood, he continues. He continues doing various things, accepting favorable and rejecting which is unfavorable. And then he takes everyone as his dear friend who helps him in his execution of Krishna consciousness, and he does not hate his so-called enemy. He is equally disposed and sees everything on an equal level because he knows perfectly well that he has nothing to do with material existence. So when a person is freed from three modes of material nature, he is there on the transcendental platform. And from the transcendental platform, when he is seeing everyone, he will see everyone transcendental. I mean, he will be able to see everyone as spirit soul. Then where is the question of enmity towards the spirit soul? He will be just a friend with everyone. So his behavior will not change with anyone. Other person might consider him as enemy, but he will never consider others as enemy. So in this way we understand the person who transcends these modes of material nature is on a very high platform of transcendence, and such a person can remain happy. Such a person will not lament, will not hanker. Here it is said the social and political issues do not affect him because he knows the situation of temporary upheavals and disturbances. He does not attempt anything for his own sake. He can attempt anything for Krishna, but for his personal self he does not attempt anything. By such behavior, one becomes actually transcendently situated. So again, he is completely detached from this material world. He doesn't get into any material activities. And he doesn't give serious attention to the temporary things which are happening in this world, the temporary disturbance and upheavals here and there, because of some political issue, social issue, or whatever it is. His focus is very much fixed. His focus is service of Krishna. So he is not very much interested in all these temporary things happening around. Because it's a known fact that the incidences, the cases which come will remain the same, only the names of people change, that's it. So that's what it's called as news. Nothing is new, but still it is called as news. So in this way we understand a person who is fixed up in Krishna consciousness, he will ignore all these things and he'll continue practicing Krishna consciousness. Now after hearing such behavior and such symptoms, we might be really puzzled, I'm sure, that where am I, what level I am in, and the person is transcended the three modes of material nature. He is at a very, very high level. So now the question is that how can we transcend? There's only one way. As Krishna says, Mam evaye prapadyante. Surrender unto me, Krishna is saying. And how do we surrender? We surrender by practicing Krishna consciousness. We surrender by rendering service unto the lotus feet of Krishna. And one of the ultimate mood of surrender is chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Taking complete shelter of Guru and Krishna. So when you chant with that mood, calling out with intensely for the mercy of Guru and Krishna, they are the ones who will help the person, the devotee or the disciple to transcend the three modes of material nature. As we have already discussed, we cannot do it by ourselves. So in this way, that day will not be very far when we will also hit the stage and this such behavior and symptoms. If we continue practicing Krishna consciousness, and reaching this stage is so blissful because the vision of the person, the perspective of the person is so pure and it's equipoised in every situation. So where is the question of disturbance and where is the question of anxiety in such a person? And such a state is a state which everyone in this world is aspiring for, but unfortunately people don't know how to reach that stage. But we are very fortunate because we know how to reach that stage only by practicing Bhakti Yoga or Krishna consciousness. So now Krishna has answered two questions. First, what are the symptoms? And second, what is the behavior? Now the third question, how does a person transcend the three modes of material nature? This Krishna is going to answer now in the last two shlokas of this chapter. So let's see that in the next video. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna